Hey, if you're struggling right now in a toxic, maybe abusive relationship, or you keep experiencing the same cycle over and over, the number one reason why these abusive relationships are so addictive is because what they do is they validate, reinforce, and reflect back to us our deepest wounds. And that deepest wound is usually not enoughness. So if you lacked the validation, approval, or love from mom and dad growing up, maybe you even became an overachiever because you had to do X, Y, and Z in order to get their love, to get your needs met, to get mom and dad's love. And if that's the case, it's going to reflect into all of your relationships if you don't choose to make the decision to realize that belief that you're holding within yourself, that you are not enough, and that you keep taking action in this way. So you just end up accepting whatever relationship comes towards you, or you get so sick and tired of it and you get such deep amount of pain and frustration that you're just like, I'm never going to date again. Right? And that action is going to lead to the same result. And then it's going to just reinforce that belief of, hey, it never works out. All men and women suck. And the moment you start buying into that reality, why do I only attract negative people? There's not any conscious awakened men or women on the planet. Like, that's what's going to be your experience, because where your attention goes, energy flows. So that's why it's so important to start recognizing what limiting beliefs are you holding within yourself. That this is the only type of people that are around. So instead of realizing like I need to let this go, I need to start asking yourself, and I highly recommend this question: what did I do to attract this person? Because if it's people pleasing, right, and you do X, Y, and Z in order to get love and validation and approval, we're going to fall very susceptible to a narcissistic's manipulation. They're going to try to manipulate and control you. You need to be a specific way in order to please them and serve them and get love from them, right? Because when the love bombing stops, that's when we start freaking out. I need to do more. I'm not enough. And then when they catch on that maybe you're realizing I need to leave, here comes the love bomb message. So find out what exactly is being targeted here, because a lot of the times, if you end up falling into this idea for yourself and taking action in this way, hey, look at me, look how much I can do for you, let me help you move all your things on my only day off, let me do this for you, let me do that for you, let me burn out so I can get your validation and approval. If you find yourself in this situation towards your friends or romantic relationships, sweetheart, we got to shift that. That's time to change. It's time to start owning your power. It's time to reclaim your strength, to know that you're worthy, to know that you are love, abundance, that you can say no, and you don't need to have that triggered belief come into your minds thinking, what if they don't like me after this? What if they don't want to be my friend if I tell them no? What if they don't want to love me after that? What if they go away? What if I'm abandoned? Because that abandonment wound will kick in too, along with worthiness. If you have a hard time saying no to people, places, and things. Oh, come to my birthday party. It's an hour drive though. Eyes up here, by the way. All right? Eyes up here. Hour drive. Are you going to drive an hour in the rain to go to the birthday party that you don't really want to go to, just to show that your friend that you care about them and love them and that you're there to support them? Are you really going to do that one more time? No, I'm sure if they're a good friend, they'll understand that it's okay for you to stay home and you don't have to go all that way just to prove your friendship and love and admiration for your friend. A real friend will understand that. So, what are we going to do? We're going to start owning the beliefs that we have. We need to start looking at, what am I doing to attract these types of people in my life? And another thing that's a limiting belief, especially with like spirituality, and this is something I really wanted to share that wants to come out. People constantly add this limiting belief of their higher self or God, source, creator, or like whatever can like come and make my life better. You put the energy outside of yourself rather than looking from within. Oh, what curse is upon you? Like, there is no curse. It's all a belief you're buying into, and you start acting in that way. You get an emotion, a feeling that creates a decision that you want to do, and then you take action on that decision, and then you get a result. And if you don't shift the cycle of the continuous thing that you're seeing, if you're not making any changes, you're experiencing the same thing over and over. And that's the definition of insanity. And hermiting away is not a solution. And dating people just because this is the only love you'll get is not a solution. Time to start owning ourselves. So a limiting belief is like when you consider your higher self, people think like, oh yeah, higher self. My higher self, this is like the creator of the world. Like it's not actually me. When people think of God as omnipresent, and omnipresent means everywhere at all times, they forget that that means also within them. That they too are a part of God, of all that is, the existence of all that is. The actual energy of unconditional love, just existence itself. And the universe will support you unconditionally in whatever you desire. You believe something? Okay, here you go, here's more of that. And you keep taking action in that way. And you allow your emotions to go into that way. So the limiting belief, and this is something that's very profound, is the higher self is almost a limiting belief on its own. You are your higher self. You're experiencing the creation through the eyes of the character of the human body that you're in. You're experiencing physical reality the way you created it. There's just the veil of amnesia where you actually forget who you are to remember who you are. And usually you go through all this journey and struggle and pain and all these things that you're going through in order to mold you mainly towards the direction of unconditional love. That's why there's so much darkness here. So you experience these tragical events I know you've been through, and I know you're strong. I know you've gained spiritual strength from this. Not just physical strength and endurance and resilience. You have spiritual strength, babe. You're kicking ass and taking names, and you're taking the names of those you're not going to allow in your energy anymore. You're protecting yourself. I don't know if you guys can hear that big vroom vroom noise. What the heck is going on? Oh, it's the construction on the... Okay. See, that's how loud you're roaring when you take your energy back. I'll just put that as a sign, right? So reclaim yourself, that you are your higher self. You are this thing. There is a difference between your higher self, who's up here orchestrating all the events happening, right? Which is wanting you to experience what you're doing. And there's a difference between your highest self, which is your point A to point B version, right? Your best version of yourself. When you start at level 0 as a baby all the way to however, you can level up as quick as you want. That's what the beauty of free will is. So what skills and lessons are you learning quick enough so you can stop the repeating cycles? So once you find out, why am I attached to doing certain things to get a payout, a validation, approval from others, you can start shifting and making that change. I also watched the movie Slumberland last night with Jason Momoa. Super good movie. I've been meaning to watch it for a while. And at the end, because the spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, at the end, the dream cops, police people were like, you get the dreams you're meant to have, and we make sure of that. There was a pearl that she used for a wish to save her friend, the girl, and then her stuffed pig ate a second pearl, and then the cop who was supposed to take her away to jail, dream jail, said, check your pig, he's a very good pig, and then he has a second pearl for her to make her wish to see her dad again. And didn't arrest her, and instead said, you get the dreams you're meant to have, and we make sure of that. The very person who was chasing them to try to put them in a dream jail and stop their thing, except if they were meant to experience all of that so they could grow, so they can gain that spiritual strength in dreamland. And she let them go. They didn't go to jail after that. Can you imagine the beauty of that? That's how your higher self and your spirit guides and everybody in this planet is playing a role that's so perfect for you to actually experience what you're meant to experience, so that way you can get to the next level. So start looking at why am I attracting these things into my life? What boundaries can I place in the most loving way? What skills do I need? Do I need to gain more communication? Do I need to express myself more vulnerably? Take action on that. And I challenge you. This is your challenge. Learn what you need to learn in order to express yourself more deeply, so that way people around you can understand you and you have the right people around you. Because what hurts more than somebody not loving you is somebody loving a fake version of you. the people-pleasing version of you that can't say no. The version of you that doesn't fully express themselves. Expression, baby. So make a decision on who you want to be and find out what do you need to learn in order to take you to the next level. And please, beautiful soul, just remember, you're exactly where you're meant to be, because you get the dreams you're meant to have, and they make sure of that. Actually, you make sure of it. You wanted this experience. So instead of getting down and upset in this constant loop of pain, see what changes and shifts you can make. Create the breakthrough. Create yourself in an energetic state where you can take anything on, because you're fucking unstoppable. Then all you got to do is shift your story. Hey, I'm going in this direction. This is what I'm doing. I'm experiencing things. I'm doing great. Instead of, oh, boo-hoo, this always happens to me. And then you identify with that story. And then just find the right strategy. What do I need to learn? What is it going to take me to get to the next level? So create the right state in your energy. Feel great. That's what law of attraction is all about. Law of attraction is all about. Feeling in the vibrational state. Then make sure you have the right story to keep you going, and then find the right strategy. What do you need to get to point B? And you are your higher self. You are the creator of this. Just choose how you want to create, okay? I love you so much. Have a wonderful day. I hope this helped you. Let me know in the comments below, like and subscribe and all that. Peace out.